Good morning, dear ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anna and I'm glad to welcome you to this video review of a brand new firmware version 2 for the SLZB-06 and SLZB-06M Ethernet Zigbee POE adapters. Short spoiler: firmware was written for Scratch and support now Zigbee to Ethernet or Wi-Fi or USB mode. Localization to 15 languages. Automatic Zigbee updates based on schedule. Over-the-air Zigbee update. VPN WireGuard for home assistant setup. Zigbee channel scanning, and many more. So let's get started. First, a few words about the general appearance of the firmware interface. The interface consists of these parts: a main menu with access to the main pages, a status bar with the current status of the device, and the main window part. For user convenience, the user can switch to a dark or light theme right in the status bar. Here is how does it look like. Dark mode, back to light mode. I will continue in a dark mode. The menu provides access to the main settings, and here they are: dashboard, mode, network, Zigbee2MQTT and ZHA, security, VPN, general settings, firmware update, LED settings, time settings, system log. By the way, one of the top updates in this firmware version is a multi-language support. As you can see here, currently the device is localized in 15 languages. The default language is English. You can select the language in the menu. Just click on appropriate language. For example, I'm changing language to the German, or to French, or to Thai, or to Ukrainian, or to Italian, or to Spanish, or to Poland, and so on. List of 15 available languages there in menu. In the status bar, users can see in which mode the device is operating: LAN, Wi-Fi or USB, whether serial connection is active or not, and whether Zigbee coordinator has access to internet. Later I will tell you why it could be important. If the setting or state is active, such status marked with bold green color in status bar. For example, let me run Zigbee2MQTT and the status will become active. Okay, Z2M started. Let's refresh the page. Voila! Now, Z2M ZHA connection status is active. Also, here we can see how long the device is online and how long the serial connection exists. Also, the users can choose a light or dark theme as I showed before, and if necessary, log out from the current page if you have pre-configured username or password authorization. Let's take a closer look at the functionality. Dashboard provides general information about the status of the device and information about its settings. Here you can see information about device status like operating modes, connections, auto-update settings, and so. Device information with all of the info about hardware and software of the device, including firmware versions. And tool blocked with the Ethernet or Wi-Fi statuses. In the Operation Mode Setting tab, the user can select the operation mode in which the coordinator should work. One big improvement: the version 2.0 now has tooltips for each of the settings. The user has to click on the question mark button in the header of each window, and a brief description of each of the settings will be displayed. The functionality is available for each setting. In the Network Setting tab, the user can select settings for connection to Ethernet or Wi-Fi networks. For both types of connection, you can activate or deactivate DHCP mode, as well as specify static IP address values. Note that the Wi-Fi settings are available only when the Zigbee to Wi-Fi mode is enabled. When the mode is selected, you can scan for a network, select an available one, enter a login and password, and connect to it. As I mentioned before, there is a tooltip for each of the settings. To see it, click on the question mark button in the window title bar. In the Zigbee2MQTT and Zigbee Home automatic settings, you can generate settings for Z2M or ZHA respectively. But that's not all. For the SLZB-06M, it's also possible to scan all Zigbee channels and detect the channel busyness. This will allow you to select the least busy channel for your Zigbee network. Have a look how cool it looks like. Just click Scan Zigbee Networks and wait a couple of seconds. In the Security Setting tab, you can disable the web interface and secure IP addresses for access to the web interface or set up login and password access to the web interface. Again, if you have any question, you can get basic information by clicking on the Help button in the header. A new feature in firmware 2.0 is the ability to work with WireGuard VPN add-on for Home Assistant. It's really cool. All the related settings are in the VPN page. Now, if you want to securely connect your remote coordinator to your Home Assistant server, just install the WireGuard add-on to Home Assistant and configure WireGuard on your coordinator. And that's it. That will allow you to establish a secure remote connection to your smart home server. I would suggest to check documentation for WireGuard add-on for Home Assistant as well. Next, in the System Setting block, where we have General, Firmware, LEDs, Time and Logs sections. In the General Settings section, you can choose the name of the device in your home network. You can also restart the Zigbee chip, put the Zigbee chip into firmware flash mode or restart the device. For SLZB-06 coordinators that can operate in router mode, it's also possible to start the pairing mode to connect your SLZB-06 as a router to your existing Zigbee network. The next block of settings is the firmware update settings. Here you can update both the main software for the ESP32 chip and the software for the Zigbee chip, right from the web interface. For Zigbee updates, click on the Check for Updates button, select the right firmware version for updating and click on the Flash Coordinator for the corresponding firmware you want to flash. After that, the firmware will be flashed to the Zigbee chip. But that's not all. Look what's here, Zigbee Firmware Automatic Update. From the name, it's already clear that now coordinator can update its Zigbee chip automatically. Cool? Sure. You don't need to keep track of new firmware releases, just enable this setting. While enabled, at 4 AM every Saturday morning the device will check for new Zigbee firmware and perform the update on its own. So you don't need to track its new release appeared or not. Just activate this mode and forget about manual updates. It's important to know that during the update process the device becomes unavailable for approximately 1 minute. Therefore, you need to be sure that your Zigbee2MQTT or ZHA restart if coordinator is disconnected. If you use Zigbee2MQTT as add-on or ZHA as integration, restarts are easily configured there. The LED settings are simple. You can turn any LED on or off. In addition, it's now possible to operate the LEDs in night mode. If this mode is active, all LEDs are turned off from the beginning of the night mode until its end. The start and the end times are also adjustable here. And for SLZB-06M, there is also a green LED mode. It can operate in 3 modes: data transfer mode, in which the green LED blinks when traffic passes through the Zigbee network. Join active mode. The green LED lights up when the Zigbee network is opened for connection new devices. Always off. In the time settings, you can specify your time zone and the addresses of the web services with which your coordinator synchronizes the time. As with all the previous settings, there is a description of each setting. In the system logs, you can display the device operation logs or send a specific command to the Zigbee chip. As I said from the very beginning, there is a multilingual switch, so you can select any language here. Firmware is a mobile view friendly and looks comfortable on any display size, whether it's full desktop screen or mobile phone. So let's summarize. Different use modes, a new user-friendly interface, perfect stability, multilingual support, web-based firmware updates and possibility to configure automatic firmware updates, a Zigbee network scanner and WireGuard VPN. There are just some of the new features of our firmware out of the hundreds of other features. Few words on how to update to POE version 2.0. You have to go to the links SMLIGHT-TECH, flash and choose your device, SLZB-06. Connect your device to your PC via USB-A to Type-C cable. Select firmware version 2 and press flash. Thank you very much for using the SMLIGHT SLZB Zigbee adapters. Apart from the Zigbee adapters, please have a look at our recently released SMLIGHT-A1 SLZB-03 VLAD controller. It's a ACP32 based with a built-in digital microphone, infrared receiver, Type-C and DC and wire powering, sensor button and smallest design. You'll be surprised with their functionality. That is all for today.